So I've had many people ask me why I always drop whole Scotch bonnet peppers in my soups, vegetables, and stews. I'm going to be letting you know why I do this. Just hang on and we're going to discover the secret together. Hi everybody, welcome back to another beautiful episode of The Twist. I am Chanazi and all I do is twist the little things my mom showed me in her beautiful traditional kitchen. If this is your first time, you are most welcome and please do not make this your last. To my returning subscribers, I say thank you and I want you to know I love you so much. Now pull your chairs and let's do this together. So we are going to be cooking some arrow. Here we have some dried kanda. We also have some smoked dried meat. And then I have some smoked fish or dried fish. I also have some frozen beef. All right, so we're going to be putting all of this in one pot of vegetable. Now let's start our preparations. In a pot or in a bowl, just put your meat and add in some water. I was actually intending to add hot water, but for some reason, I don't know, the water wasn't hot enough. But I added water and then allowed it to sit for some hours. Then I went to my kanda. I added some hot water as well and my dried fish. So just add some water to your dried fish and your kanda and let it sit for a couple of hours. You can do this overnight or you can do this like so. All right. So once you add that, let it sit for some hours and then you go ahead and boil. Yeah, so we are doing the preparations together and we are going to go ahead and cook everything. This arrow has gone to Harvard. This arrow has gone to Harvard, trust me. So here we are boiling our meat. We've got here some beef with bones, and our kanda is boiling nicely. It took a while to cook because it was dried kanda. Now you can see us double checking our meat. Now we're adding in some water. We started by boiling it in its own juice. All right. So now let's go ahead and rinse our beef and then slice it. This is our smoked beef. This is smoked beef. Now you can use any kind of smoked meat of your choice, right? So I'm just going to slice them in, some reasonable bite sizes and then set that aside. All right, we are done slicing and we're going to put it in a pot. Just make sure your pot is clean. Put that in a pot and put to boil. I'm just adding in some water and I'm going to put it to boil. Then I'll go ahead and rinse my fish as well. Just rinse your fish and then slice it as desired. You can put those big chunks if you want. Now, arrow is one of those vegetables that comes with meat with lots of obstacles, and you want everybody to have a slice or two pieces of fish and meat in their plates. Right, so we're going to be reducing the slices of our fish. We're going to um, shred them. Is it really shredding? No, we just reduce the sizes into bite sizes or a little bit bigger than a bite size. Yeah, it was actually bigger than a bite size. It was like 2 bites. So we did that and set it aside, and I went on to slice my kanda as well, or what Nigerians call omo. So I sliced it, and then yeah, we went on to wash our arrow. Now I'm using dried arrow leaves. You have the fresh ones, that is perfect. But I'm in the diaspora and I do not have access to the fresh ones as at now, so I'm using the dried ones. And when I had to wash them, I washed it with hot water. Now, why do I wash them? I washed them because they were shop bought and they're dried, so you do not know how it was processed. So you need to wash it, making sure your hygiene is on point. All right. Do you understand? So you need to wash your arrow, especially when you buy it from the market, when the slicing is not done by you or the drying is not done by you. All right. So we're going to go ahead and wash it and rinse, and you see, I'm going to show you something. So now you need to look keenly. You see some small stones at the bottom of this bowl. So yeah, this is why you need to wash your arrow or your vegetables. You need to wash them always. So I just washed it and rinsed, and then I went ahead to squeeze out the water. Just strain and then squeeze out the water gently and beautifully. Once that is done, just set it aside and let's see what we're going to do next. Now in a pot here, dried meat is boiling as well. Now you need to boil your dried meat because it needs to be tender, it needs to be tender. Now let's have a quick look. Here we have our already boiled kanda. We have our already boiled smoked beef. Then we've got here our smoked fish. I have here some frozen spinach. Yes, some frozen spinach. I've got here my washed arrow leaves. Then here I have my boiled beef with bones. Yes. And then next we have our frozen water leaves. Yes. And we have here some crayfish, some scotch bonnet pepper, and palm oil. Yeah, so this is all what we're going to be using. I didn't show you salt, but this is all we're going to be using. Now I'm using water leaf and spinach because my water leaf wasn't enough. All right. So now in our pot, we're gonna go ahead and use boiled meat. Just adding your boiled meat, your already boiled kanda, and your already boiled smoked meat and your smoked fish. Just put everything together. I mean, all those obstacles need to marry each other. Just add them in one pot and then cover it to boil a little bit. Then we're gonna go in with spinach and water leaf. They're still frozen. I do not want to defrost them because they won't be good. They won't be beautiful. I mean, your meal is gonna have a weird color. So just use them frozen, right? So I just added my frozen spinach and my frozen water leaf in my pot. Give it a quick mix, and then I went in with my next ingredient. Let's guess what is our next ingredient. So next we went in with our arrow leaves. So I'm adding my arrow leaves almost immediately because I do not want to overcook my spinach. Remember, we are cooking our vegetables and we do not want to overcook them, all right? Always remember. Then I added in my palm oil. Now I love adding my palm oil immediately as well. You can go ahead and add it after boiling, but I usually prefer adding it as soon as possible, right, friends? So just adding, I just added it intermittently. I added my water leaf, my arrow leaves, and my palm oil together. Then I allowed it to cook. Now, once you add it, just give it a good mix. Now, you want everything to marry each other. You want it to be beautifully combined, right? Just do that with love. Then mix everything and allow it to boil. This was actually a massive pot of arrows, so I added 2 cups of love. Yes, if you have love, always add enough. Remember, always add love to your cooking. Do you understand? It is very important to add love to your cooking. It is an essential ingredient. Yes, it is very important. Now you need to make sure you add enough oil. So I added a little bit more and then went in with some crayfish. I didn't put all at once, so I added half and kept half for later. Now always make sure you have enough crayfish in your area because, as we say, ero na njanga, ero na crayfish. Yes. So mix it well. I had to mix and I saw that I felt that it was still a little bit dry. So I went on to add some more oil. But if you're not a fan of oil, you can let it be. All right. But ero, now oil and ero na njanga, those 2 ingredients, yes, they go so well with arrow. So I added more oil. I had to mix the Ghanaian oil and the Cameroonian palm oil because I felt like the Ghanaian oil wasn't really red. Yeah, it wasn't that red. So I had to go in with the Cameroonian oil. Yes, I love my roots. No offense. No offense. I love my roots. All right. So just give that a beautiful mix and then go in with your scotch bonnet pepper. Now, why do we add whole scotch bonnet pepper? So usually we think of kids and we think of a third person because we always expect visitors, right? So not everyone is pepper tolerant. Now, some people will always want their meals extremely hot, like very, very hot. They want to have it so spicy. So we give them that room to squeeze as much as possible. You know, you can get a whole pepper and squeeze as much as possible. And we also give room to those who are not pepper tolerant or who do not want their meals very hot or very spicy to enjoy it as desired. Sometimes we might blend pepper, but our meals are not always extremely hot, right? And we always have pepper on the side sometimes. So our arrow is almost ready. I went ahead to add the last batch of crayfish to our arrow, gave it a gentle and lovely mix, and we were good to go. Arrow was ready. Just taste and adjust your seasoning if need be. All right, guys? So you can see how beautiful my arrow looks. It's packed, loaded with obstacles, obstacles everywhere. This is what makes a beautiful and delicious arrow. All right, guys. Now you can go ahead and bring your complement. You can bring your swallow. You can make gari or water fufu. I had somebody here who was impatient. She was impatiently waiting. Arrow is one of our favorites, so she just couldn't wait. She had to start eating as soon as I finished cooking. So it was a great time with family and friends. We all enjoyed together. We enjoyed every bit of it. Thank you so much for watching. We've come to the end of our video. I love you all and I hope to see you in a bit. Please, I will command, I will request, I will plead that you give this a try and give us your feedback in the comment section. Now, remember, you must not have all these obstacles. One or two is fine, but we had them, so we had to make good use of it. We had to enjoy it. It doesn't happen all the time, though. It doesn't happen all the time, but yeah, make do with what you have. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Please do not forget to like, comment, and share the video. And please remember to subscribe. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, darling? So you can see we all had fun. It was a beautiful time with friends and family. We had yellow gari and white gari. Some people wanted white, some people wanted yellow. It was all fun. We all enjoyed and it was lovely. I love you all once again and I'll see you. Bye. Please remember to spread some love out there because love is a beautiful thing. Mwah!